Marcus Smart is not who he was 3 years ago when he was Defensive Player of the Year, but he's the dog that I felt we need on our team. We
Right.
we need a defensive perimeter dog on our team. Somebody that's going to yell at some folks. That's somebody that's going to agitate some players on some other teams, and really get up in them. And then on Aiden, I think also he's a victim to just falling to a bad team. People forget on Phoenix he was 17-10 uh, on their way to a championship run,
Yeah.
and he's been in the league 7 years, and he has averaged a double double in every year. And then some Laker fans was talking about how much they miss Zubac. Like a down year for him is Zubac best numbers.
Yeah.
So I just think that when it comes to the Lakers, I don't know. People like to downplay these folks, but I bet you if Golden State would have got DeAndre Ayton, the narrative would be completely different right now.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or if Houston would have got Marcus Smart, the narrative would be completely different with these players. So
Well,
I like our move.
you know what I say about Marcus Smart. To me, every championship team need a crazy. We didn't have a crazy last year. We need a crazy. Marcus Smart give us that crazy.
Yeah.
You know, we have our Ron Artest. You got your Mad Max. Like every championship team got that just gritty, grinder. Even Rondo. Rondo was crazy. People don't know
Yeah.
Rondo crazy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So every team have that, and I feel like we was missing that because we was missing some of that toughness when it came to like clamping down at the end. And it's interesting, like you said, the moves we made. I always said, I'll tell you this, I'll give them an A for this off season. And the reason I give them the A because I feel like the Lakers finally did something that I've been saying for years, Quincy. What have I been saying for years? We always try to go for the home run and the big name, and sometimes we don't need a big name. We just need to hit like singles.
Hmm.
And I feel like they finally did that. Like, look, we need those moves on the fringes that'll make us better. A Marcus Smart, a Aiton, a Laravia. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you move them out, that make our bench feel a little deeper. If you can get something out of Dalton Connect, if you can get something out of Gabe Vincent, you know what I mean? Like it just makes us a little bit deeper. So that's why I like the moves. Cause I'm like Lakers always try to go up for a big name. We end up not having the depth we need, or the big name don't be what we need at the moment. You know what I mean? And I feel
And,
like we went out for the things we needed.
and I think you got to see who you gonna be going after. And I think to beat a Houston, a OKC, a Denver, Minnesota, you need
Yeah,
depth.
yeah,
You're gonna need depth. Um, I think that a lot of people sleep on the rookie that we picked up. Our dude, Thier.
yeah.
Dude already, he, trust me, folks are going to really like him a lot. Because he already
Because you
had his
got to see him in
NBA
summer
body.
league, right? Yeah, you got to see him in summer league.
No, he didn't play a summer league. He he already has, he's 6'8", got a 41-inch vertical, he's crazy athletic. He's 225, so he's solid as a rock. I think you know my only concern, because I feel like JJ did some overcoaching last year,
Uh-huh.
and I felt like he didn't build Dalton Connect, for example, early on in the season to where he could get them reps to where he'll be comfortable at the end of the season.
Yeah,
And so I hope that he kind of learned from that. Let Dalton Connect, let Farrell, even Bronny, let them get minutes in October and November. There's no reason, Luca and LeBron should be playing 40 minutes in November or December. Because and I'm going by what Phil Jackson did with Jordan Formar and
Luke Walton even.
Soft to Luke Walton. He let them get them early minutes in the season. So by the time playoff time came, he was ready to go. Even Frank Vogel did it with Kuzma. I remember a lot of people was laughing when Kuzma was getting ate up in December and January on defense, but came playoff time, Kuzma was ready to go. He didn't see a lot of those starting players. And I think one of the people that ate Kuz up was Westbrook. But then he did a pretty damn good job on them in the playoffs. So you want to let them rookies get them reps early, and then come playoff time, they won't be a deer in the headlights. And I hope he learned that lesson last year with Dalton Connect.
Yeah, I think you addressed what Terrell was asking. He's like, "What do you think is going on with DK right now?" Because he wasn't really playing well in summer league.
I think he lost his confidence. I
Yeah,
think he lost his confidence. I think being traded, dude literally wasn't a Laker for 3 days and was like, oh, you know what? Never mind, come back. And I think that Dalton got hit with the business of the NBA, and it kind of affected him. And suddenly, I was out there. I was hoping that he separated himself. Like, I could tell, like he was a second year player in summer league. Like
yeah,
you know, I thought Bronny actually looked like a second year. Like I was like, okay, this is his second summer league, and it showed. I
right.
didn't think Dalton uh, showed that. Um, I think his biggest issue is his defense. Your shot gonna come and go, but you can't be missing and letting your man cook you. It's not. It
Yeah,
don't work. You don't get snatched that way.
yeah,
Give us something. Also, I think that Dart got a nice mid range game. When his shot is not going, I think you need to go pull a 15 footer, 16 footer, get your rhythm back, and then go off and start shooting the three.
right,
Uh,
right, right.
uh, I, I actually saw Bronny do that a couple of times in the summer league where Bronny came out, shot some threes. Okay, cool. Let me do this pull up 15 footer. All right, pull up 17 footer. All right, now it's time to shoot the three. You know, kind of get his floor his rhythm going a lot better. But tell you the truth, unless it's somebody a good 3 and D established wing player, I still wouldn't trade Dalton Connect.
All right, hey, I see you, Terrell. I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to see what's going on with the mics, man. Technology, bro. It feel like you going in and out a little bit. Like it's like your mic is going in and out. Let's check now. Say something now. Test, test.
That's better. That's better.
Yeah, yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I don't know what he heard. I said I still wouldn't give up on Dalton Connect. I think I
no,
think I, I think having them young players like Adult Thero, uh, uh, Dalton Connect, even Bronny, I think that giving them players first from October to about January, they would save a lot of minutes on our bets
yeah,
here and there. But also, you allow them to, you know, get a good feel
develop.
and experience for the game because look what happened. You never know what's going to happen at the end of the season. Now you feel like you're obligated to play 5 players the whole second half.
Right. And I think for me, like I said, I like the makeup of the team so far, and I still feel like they're not done yet. I still feel like we might be in the market for like a trade here or something. You know what I mean? And because, like you said, we were able to keep our assets, we still got some moves to make. Whereas if we would have did the trade everybody thought we should have did for Ayton, or a player like Marcus Smart, we wouldn't have had the assets to make the moves so we could still probably go out and get another center. We could probably still go out and get another 3 and D guy, another wing. So, that's something that I still look forward to. And it was interesting because not even just like the media, but like to me, even Laker fans, like you said, sometimes our expectations, I don't know. I think people play GM on 2K too much because sometimes I'm like, they was like, oh, people getting excited about the moves we make. Like we gonna be, I was like, our biggest glaring hole in the playoffs was a defensive guard and a center, a real center. And we won 50 games without both. And I'm like, we just improved upon that. And I'm like, no, we ain't got no better. I just still don't think this is gonna be a competing team. I was like, it's interesting the way people, look at things when it comes to the Lakers.
I mean, DeAndre Ayton shoots 51% from mid range. That's better than some shooting guards in the league.
Yeah,
His mid to add that to you talking about hell is just a lob threat. But there's somebody you run a pick and roll with Luca, or you can run a pick and pop. Dude shoot 51% from mid range last year. So when you add that element, because think about it, a lot of teams like to switch everything, right? So
uh-huh.
when Luca called for that screen and you switch a smaller man on Aiden and he shoots 50% from mid range, and now you got a shorter person on him because they didn't switch. He's not even going to see that defender contest that shot. So now
Yeah,
teams have to make a decision. Do you switch or do you not switch? Because if you don't switch, then Luca or LeBron going to continue going to the basket. If that guy come over and commit, Aiden is going to be there for the lob. Or if you do switch and he kicks it to Aiden, you got a 7-1 guy shooting over Steph Curry because you guys switch.
yeah,
And I think Aiden is the perfect fit actually, the exact type of center we needed because like I said, he just don't have post moves, but he also has a good mid range game.
yeah, yeah. I agree, man. Is there any other moves that you expect coming down the pipe, or anything that if you had a wish list, what would you like?
I think we need one more defensive guard or wing that can defend uh two and threes.
Yeah,
One more defensive guard, and I'll be completely okay with the roster. Another big man with some size, uh, with some bulk will help because you look at, let's say for example, if Aiden do get in foul trouble with Jokic, do we really want to throw Jackson Hayes out there
right,
on Jokic? I really don't like that option there.
right.
So having somebody who's who has some size, and some bulk on them, and after that, just kind of see in training camp what you have. Like I said, I like the rookie. I think a lot of people don't like him because
Yeah.
he's a more skilled athletic Vando.
Oh wow. I was just a little sad that we lost Goodwin. I thought he was good would end up being a good rotation player, but I understand the business of it. But I think he's gonna be one of them guys that you're gonna see bite us back in the ass in Phoenix.
Yeah, yeah, but see, that's the thing. He's another like. It seems like we have a whole bunch of 6'3" wing dudes.
Yeah,
We need that 6'8". That's why, man, I hate Baisley got hurt. Baisley was exactly what we needed. A 6'9", 220-pound dude that could guard 5 positions. I mean, in some league, I watched him guard the point guard, the shooting guard, the small forward, power forward, and center.
was it his Achilles?
I think he tore his ACL.
Damn. Yeah. Terrell said the problem with all these other GMs, they always trying to fleece the Lakers when it comes to trades. Absolutely. And that's why we got to be. I think we got to be patient. I think Rob is kind of learning. Like, I just need to be patient before just pulling the trigger after that Westbrook trade.
You could tell the Westbrook trade gave Rob PTSD.
Yeah, he gun shy for sure.
He did like trades almost didn't have to be ideal for him to make at this point,
Yeah.
or he's not going to do it because he saw like we still trying to recover from that trade.
Yeah.
Like we still like now you look at we traded away 3 rotation players and 2 of them was like above average defensive players.
Yeah.
And KCP and Caruso, who both have left and won championships on other squads. So it's I think Rob definitely don't want to make that mistake again.
Yeah.
But no, I like I said, if we added 3 good, solid rotation players to a team that won 50 games that probably had like 3 practices together. And then, when you include Luca wasn't in shape because of his injury, LeBron was hurt again, and Austin Reeves was also hurt. So, that's now LeBron don't have to come out and go full throttle and save us to keep us above water until February. So he should be better off to finish the season than the beginning. I say from about All-Star Weekend, LeBron should be averaging 30 minutes a game.
Yeah.
We should never see LeBron 35, 38. With Luka on the team, there's absolutely no reason LeBron should be playing 35, 40 minutes a game in November and December.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, all right. Well, I'm looking forward to see what we do. I guess we could do another show for the off season or like right before training camp. Like if another move happens.
Well, the next that should be happening is Luka should be signing his extension soon. They saying he want to sign. I don't think people realize foreign players really are loyal to their original. They really don't like the leaving free agents. Whoever drafted them, they normally stay with that team. Foreign players don't really like to leave. And another thing I just want to touch on is that the LeBron situation. I think the Lakers are playing it smart. You let LeBron come off the books. You do not trade LeBron. Absolutely not. The number one reason why LeBron controls the trade. Why? Because he has no trade clause. So he gets to dictate what we take back.
And where he goes.
But most important, what we take back. So
if
you don't want somebody, you don't want some bad contract, let $55 million come off your contract.
Hold on. Hey, Q, go out and come back in because the mic is getting worse now. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna let him go out and come back in. His mic was kind of crazy, but we're only gonna do like two more minutes just to wrap everything up. But thank y'all for watching too. Thank y'all for the comments and rocking with us. But I'm looking forward to see what we do with a full training camp, like you said, Terrell. Full training camp under him. Hello. Oh, it said you mute. You got to unmute yourself.
That's better.
Nope. I'm still doing the same thing. All right, so look, we'll wrap it up. I'm looking forward to see what we do in training camp with a full training camp. I'm looking forward. We should come back when Luka signs his extension because the ramifications of him signing the extension, we got to talk about that whole thing and what our future looks like, especially trying to figure out once we know what the deal looks like. So we'll be back for more Worldwide Laker Talk. You on your phone or a laptop right now, Quincy?
My phone.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get you one of them little iPhone mics, so it'll be direct into your phone. But we'll talk about it. But all right, thank everybody for watching. This has been Worldwide Laker Talk. We're gonna get out of here until next time.
Believers, we're underdogs and overachievers. But like the clothes we start together, no one can beat us. It's getting heated, all my energy's been depleted. I leave it all out on the floor because we need it. Rising to the occasion, we go in with guns ablazing because we all know that it's ours to go and get for the taking. History making, high risk and high stakes. Where the winner takes, all that he can take. No breaks, we only go hard, no taking off. Either giving to the swift or the strong, never the soft, not taking a loss. Because we only come to win, and right after this we coming back to do it all again. We gonna make it, even though we had our back to the ground. We building back the thing, we gon' be around. Yeah, it took some time to figure it out. Somehow, it's like we gonna make it. Looks like we gonna make it. It's like we keep it moving, thought we couldn't do